So children, good afternoon. Look at all of this work that I have been doing. Wow. Kids are not focused. All right, warrior class. All right, very good. So, first of all, who can tell me something about the 5 paragraph essay? 5 paragraph essay. Tell me something about it. Sarah.
So the 5 paragraph essay are first one is the topic, then the other curriculum the first one I think
Leo, stop throwing the books. Sarah, continue.
Is this the topic sentence one of them or just
Topic sentence, one of them. Okay, so are you talking about how the 5 paragraphs are organized? Yeah? All right, let's talk about that. We're going to review really quick. So you have 5 paragraphs, right? And your first one is treated just like in a... This marker is not very good. See if we can find a good one. Your first... Let's do our paragraph structure. Paragraph. Structure. All right. So your first is your topic. And then we have 1, 2, 3. Detail or supporting? Detail, support.
Next one, clothing.
The last one is conclusion. And then you can tell a couple details like that. So just like your paragraph structure goes topic, detail, 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 conclusion. And your conclusion, who can tell me what that is? Anybody? Echo? That's exactly. In that case, time to pass these guys out. I know, so many things to pass out today. I think I had 3 boys for the last one too, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I need 3 girls. If you have not been picked today, raise your hand. Sarah. Elsa. And Pixie.
Story writing!
Yay! Story writing.
I don't like story writing.
Story writing is super fun. Kiddos, let's get moving. We've got to stay on task here. We're never going to get everything done. The goal for today is to get everybody completely done with their free writing. Everybody completely done, and if you have time, you can start your rough draft, okay? Okay?
Yes.
All right, so let's take a look at this together. You are meant to fill out each box by answering the questions. Use your answers to write the beginning of your story. So first of all, you have to decide what you want to write, and the free writing page helps you do that. Hold on, we're going to do it all together as a class, and you guys write in your own answers. Because the story is going to be whatever you want to write. It's not going to make much sense if you do it by groups and everybody writes the same thing, right? So, last question. Yes, Johan.
Our topic that we write on this need to be the whole one.
No. That www up there, write about life on Mars, you could write that for this if you wanted, but you do not have to. That is just your writing homework.
So you can think about your own one.
Yes, of course. You could write, you guys remember the story that I came up with and I told you about Mr. Brown and the bear and all that? Yeah. Okay, so you can come up with your own story. Your own story, whatever you want to write. Okay, guys, we got to keep moving. So, I'm going to go through this, and if you have any questions at the end, we can talk about them. Hands down, hands down. You're not raising your hand, you're just talking on a turn now. Okay, are you going to write about something that really happened or something make-believe?
Something make-believe.
That's up to you. It's your choice. You can fill it in. I am going to write about something, and then you could say, that really happened, which is nonfiction, or something make-believe, which is fiction. Quiet, please, unless we're at the end where we're dealing with questions. We're not doing questions right now, Leo. Okay, what will the title of your story be?
I
already think about a Chinese.
Me too.
Well, this is English class, not Chinese class, unfortunately, right? Oh, the bear and me. So if you want to talk about Mr. Brown's...
Okay, I like the bomb and the school. Can
Okay.
I continue the story?
Let's try it again, and everybody paying attention. Okay? So, what will the title of your story be? That is up to you. If you guys are writing about life on Mars, like your WWW, you could call your story something like Survival on the Red Planet. Okay, next. How many characters will your story have? Who will they be? If you are, there was a movie that was just put out maybe 2 years ago called The Martian. Maybe some of you guys have heard about it. The plot to the story is there's an astronaut who gets stranded on Mars and he has to survive up there. Okay? Yeah, so that was not a true story, obviously, right? But it's pretty interesting. How many characters will the story have? Well, there were other characters, but there was really only one main character to that whole story. It was played by Matt Damon, who was just trying to survive on Mars. All right. So, who will be in the beginning of your story? That's up to you to decide. That depends on what story you're writing.
What is it?
We're right over here. Who will be in the beginning of your story? And what will they be doing? Let's say that we have a story, and we're going to talk about Bean. And we're going to talk about how Bean was, say, a poor farmer. In this story, Bean starts out as a poor farmer. And he's in the fields, and he's got his garden hoe, and he's ting, 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 and he's tilling the soil, going, oh my gosh, such a hard life. But then he goes ting, 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 and his garden hoe hits something in the ground. What did he find? Raise your hand. Mikey S.
Maybe he found a fossil.
Maybe a fossil. We'll go with a fossil. Okay, so Bean was digging, and ting, 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 he found something hard. He brushed it away, and it was a huge dinosaur skull that had never been seen before. With teeth that were this long. Okay, wait. What did he do next? What did Bean do next? Sarah.
Bean ran to his house as fast as he can, get the telephone and tell some paleontologists, and then they come up and then say, what is that?
Okay, high five, good idea. So, Bean goes, oh my god, I gotta tell everybody, I gotta call everybody, I gotta call the news. And he runs over, he runs home, he grabs a hold of his telephone, and he calls everybody in the phone book, saying, I found a huge dinosaur, I found a huge dinosaur, I found a huge dinosaur. Okay, next thing you know, there's news cameras, and there's crews on site, and they want to ask Bean permission. Okay, is it okay if we dig on your land? And Bean says, he says what?
No.
No. How about if we give you a little bit of...
Yes!
Oh, yeah, okay. So, Bean says, all right, here's the deal. You can dig on my land and you can keep any dinosaurs that you find, but I want a lot of money. So, Bean gets money. He's happy. They find a bunch of dinosaurs. The scientists are happy. Bean gets to stop being a farmer. Life is good. A descriptive language?
Yeah.
What does your character see, hear?
Taste.
You taste on your nose? Smell? taste, smell, and
Touch.
feel, right? So maybe it's super cold out. In the story that Mr. Brown, when he went through the portal and he ended up in the land with the knights and all that, right? It was super cold. You remember? It was terrifying.
Yeah, well, you are wearing a sleeping.
Yeah, I was wearing my sandals and my shorts and my shirt, and it was very cold. Anyway, so you can circle some different ways that you may like to start your story. Once upon a time, there once was a, one day there was, last year I, this is a story about, or you can even come up with your own. Yep. There's no reason why you have to use one of these.
Mr. Brown.
Now, use the answers to your questions to write the beginning of your story. You can do that at the very bottom. Otherwise, any questions, I will take them now, and you guys get started on this. Any questions on that? Awesome.
Look at Echo.
Well, Echo wrote me in her www like 150 pages.
What? Really? No
I
way.
No, actually, it was Sarah. Sarah wrote me like 7 pages.
I wrote 4 chapters.
4 chapters of a story, and I was sitting here reading it like, oh my gosh, I need to go shave my face again. I've grown a whole beard since I started reading this story. And I felt like it.
I feel like you really got it.
Yeah. Okay, juice box, keep working. That's really good. Go ahead and start your rough draft, baby. Your hair is
Green Ninja.
Echo the Green Ninja.
The red ninja. No, today she is.
All right, guys, focus up, Corinne. Let's go. Work on your stuff. Yes, Ethan. Oh my gosh, that's so much stuff. Johan, please move that. I'm trying to look at what you're showing me. That's so much stuff. Now, where's your story going to begin? Do you have to talk about the setting? Yeah. Dark Forest sounds great. Write it down. Yeah. Long ago, the dark beast. Oh my goodness. That sounds scary.
Yeah, because you said the bear and the wolf.
Yeah, the bear and the wolf, right? So they're beasts. And now they're working together.
Yeah.
How in the world will Mr. Brown make it out of this one? Good job. Keep going. How you doing, Tiny Tina? You're doing good, baby. Keep going. Doing okay, Alice? Alice Collin? How's it going, Evan? You okay, Yasua? Okay, that's a great start. I'm going to write about something, Mr. Brown and the Fearless Bear. Well, that's probably not a true story, right? So, is that fiction or non-fiction? Fiction, right? Because it didn't happen. Non-fiction. Great. I'm going to hit Stephen and I'll be by Cinderella. Dean, keep working, please. You got it? All right. You're finished. This is fantastic. Let's take a look. Yeah. Make believe. Okay. I'll be by in 1 second. Big thumbs. Sam the big thumb. What is it? Meet Tara Berry. No, I'm not supposed to say it. I'll keep it quiet. We got a secret. Alright. This is really good. When you're all done, go ahead and start your rough draft. You're excellent. Okay, are you going to put any descriptive words for what Jupiter looks like? Jupiter, the big planet. Survival, S-U-R-V-I-V-A-L. You got it, big thumb, you didn't teach me at all. Yes. 10-10 rules, an emergency? Not an emergency? Okay. You have 6 minutes.
What is that?
So if it's not an emergency, I prefer you wait, but if it is, go ahead and go. Yes. Go ahead and start your rough drafts when you guys are done. Yasuaki, how's it coming? I see you chitter chattering. Let's stand top. Stand tall.
I already write.
Awesome. You're probably ready to start your rough draft.
I want to write.
Surround Alice, the bad people, and I. Scary story. All right, let's start our rough draft. What's up, Ethan?
If I want, I can write the next one. I will the dog's house with ghost.
Perfect. Let's get started with our rough drafts. Pixie. Yes, you are definitely right. Spell what? Brilliant. B-R-I-L-L-I-A-N. You got it. Travel. T-R. T-R-A-V-E-L. Travel. T-R-A-V-E-L. Oh. Charles. You are so ready to start your rough draft. Make sure you guys are putting your names on these because I'm going to collect them at the end of class. Nobody leaves without putting it in the basket, okay?
What if you don't finish or rewrite?
Your rough draft, it's fine. Just do your best.
Mr. Brown left there.
If I get to school, 20,000 offices. This place is the title of your story will be Well, I've read your writing before and it's pretty good, so go ahead and come up with your story. I think you're ready. Yes, big dog. I'm working on squishes. Something like that. And the ship fell on the red planet, Mars. Mars was cold, scary, and dark. So we start our survival. Wow. I'm excited to read that. Samples. Mike Z, how's your story coming? It looks like you're chewing on a pen. Keep writing. Tiny Tina. What's that? Spell what? Familiar. F-A-M-I-L. F-A-M-I-L-I-A-R. So F-A-M-I-L-I-A-R. If you want, yeah, you can put your copy your beginning over to the rough draft. Mars. A lot of kids are writing about Mars. Yes?
I'm writing about
Well, it doesn't.
if you make
it depends. It's usually going to be past tense for any time. Yes. R-E-A-L-I-Z-E-D. Okay. Real. I-Z-E-D. Yes, Rodney. You're ready, bud. That's good. You've got a lot of stuff on that paper. Yes.
I almost tried all the things
Perfect. You guys are really working well over here. Angela, keep going, babe.
Can I start my rough draft?
Perfect. John Glenn. Good God, Rick. Oh, this is too good. I'm excited to read about it.
What the act in my mind?
Okay. You guys, this looks fantastic. What's that? No, start your rough draft. You still have, well, hold on. You have less than 1 minute. You can reread it. Make sure your names are on them. I want everybody to take them and put them into the basket. Nobody leaves. Yes, right now. You go ahead and do that now.
How about the rough draft?
That's okay. Just leave off where you're at. We'll come back to it next week.